All right, we're going to do a project introduction here. Starting off with a 1988 Dodge Ramcharger. Our goal is to end with a 4BT 47RH trans NP205 with a black box doubler with two 41 gears. I've got a Dana 60 out of 79 Ford driver drop 488 Detroits. Dana 60 rear 488 and spool, all chromo front and rear. 41 14 520 IROC radials with inner air bead locks. We're starting off with this fine specimen of a vehicle. Tires are octagonal in shape, as you can see by our lovely cupping. Bought the truck this way. It's got a little bit of rot, plenty of it. Who cares? We're going to cut a lot of that off anyway. Tires that we're starting with, as mentioned, 41-inch IROC radials. Got a couple spares hanging around. So the truck we're starting off with is not stock, but not too far off. Stock axles, engine, transfer case, transmission. The young man I bought this from did a few things to the engine, or I think his buddy did ahead of him. Picked this up about 200 miles away. Drove it through Chicago. That was interesting. We've got solid motor mounts, full-length headers with no mufflers, dumping out the sides. Timing was pretty messed up. Headlights aimed about 5 feet in front, and of course I picked it up in the dark. But it ran. Drove it to a local Walmart, slept for a while. Next morning we ran a temp wire so I could jerry-rig the power seat to get back far enough I could actually click my seatbelt and breathe. That was an added bonus. And our instrumentation is this. This is what I had. He did have a mechanical temperature gauge. Hooray for that. That's it. Headlights did work. Blinkers work. Actually ran really nice. Made it all the way home. I don't know how many miles. Kind of hard to tell. Let me check the odometer. Yep, about that many. But I ran it, I don't know, 1,000 miles or so. Just parting around, making sure everything ran good. Only had one small fire in the dark when the headlights touched against the wire, because you can see my switch is a little flippity floppity in there. But we've had fun so far, doing nothing but drive it. No off-roading. I have no desire to drive this thing off-road as the way it sits. Not too confident, seeing as I've never checked ball joints or really anything. It was a bit of an adventure, right, Jack? Yeah. We bought some earplugs and hit the open highway. Jack's working on a little pump project there. All right, here's the other side. We're doing this in the home garage. Took my toolbox home from work. We're going to do this in the garage. Built some new shelves. We're going to have to store hoods and fenders and all that good jazz. So went through already, rebuilt the new front axle that I got. Lockout to lockout, rebuilt the whole thing. Gears, Detroit, steering. As you see, it's upside down currently. The rear Dana 60 is one I had from a tube chassis truggy that I had done a number of years ago. I've got a heavy diff cover on it I'll slap on there with some new oil. Did some disc brake conversion on it since it was in the tube chassis, because that had a pinion brake on it. And then our engine and transmission. This has been in the family for a long time. It's a brand new Cummins 4BT. Originally was going to be in a van, and pulled the plug on that project because it just sat in the barn unfinished for a long time, and yanked it out of there, and we're going to put it in here. Originally had a turbo 400, but I wanted overdrive, so we've got a 95 47RH out of a Cummins truck that I bought from a salvage yard. And it's not a high horsepower. I think stock is, I don't remember, 95 to 105 horse, something like that. That's all right. We can build that up as time goes on. Easy enough. So we've got a few other goodies laying around. Here's our 205 transfer case. The 241 gears for the black box doubler are in the transfer case currently underneath this Ramcharger. And then we've got a few miscellaneous parts that we'll have to throw on, some spares, brakes, brake lines. We're gonna change the wheelbase. Probably gonna end up retaining leaf springs, switching over to some Chevy leaf springs. We'll kind of see how this shapes up. Looking forward to this. Jack, you looking forward to this? Oh yeah, he's been wanting to get going for a long time. So yeah, there's the intro to the new project.